Alrighty, guys. Sorry about that. I mean, it's late, but looks to me like so far 2 o'clock hours. Yeah, I got scared on that one. Started running lower like that. So thought like, okay, here we go. But no, they ran it right back up again and flopping around. And at this point, I'm modestly optimistic, like they're going to blow out this edge. So I'm staying hopeful. This little pop here, we'll see if if that was it or what's going to happen next. But definitely a pretty good move to the upside. The day has been nothing but a surprise, I have to say. After the last couple of days of selling going into Friday, based on the news, the employment situation, the Fed announcement, so far it you had to say it has been a pretty darn good day. So hopefully it can hold here going into the close. But we are right back here from the lows, right back in the smack in the middle of the range. Now I'm watching that 63.50 edge. If that holds, we're probably going to stay in this lower range. If they take it out, we may be right back here looking at the move to the upside again. So it's anyone's guess, but that's kind of what we're looking at right now. Pretty strong market for a start of the week. The news this morning was just factory orders. That was it. About the same, but as expected, -5 was its consensus was a little bit better, -4.8, but still a bad number. Tomorrow we got news. International trade at 8:30. We get 9:45 PMI composite, ISM services at 10, and that's about it. So a 3-year auction at 1. But I mean, with a little bit of news, nothing I think is earth-shattering on that one. So that's what you got tomorrow. And I would start off range band right now. I would start with a slight bias to the upside, given the day session today. Unless for some reason they close below that support there at 63.30. That happens, they run it down here into the close. Then I would start off range bound. But right now, I'm thinking looking to buy against support at 45s, 35s, or probably like down to the 30s, this ledge right there, and then maybe down to the 25s. So 25, 30, and then 45s for rotations back up again. And that's just given that they close kind of where they are right now. We're starting off from the long side, given the days and the overnight, the day session, retracement, pretty darn good. But they are reverse retesting this area. So you see a couple of lows of prior session lows. They're up here reverse retesting it. They had to kind of bust through it for us to get a little bit of momentum to the upside. So that's what I'm looking at on the ES to get started. So starting off from the long side of the market, let's see how far they can take it. If they can't hold it, or if for some reason close below that 63.25, going into the close, I will start off range bound. That's where we are on the ES. No trades for me at all today. No, I just been busy on this stuff here. It's been a busy Monday. On the Nasdaq and the bonds, the bond market holding on to their gains. They're up here at the 116s. And in the bigger picture, and looking at the bond market, we are actually in a pretty good spot. So they're up here. They took out this upper edge at the 115, 515.10s. They're up way above it. The track is going to be 116.20, maybe up to the 17, 16s, 18s. That's kind of what I'm thinking right now. But they definitely have a shot at running it up here to the 117, 117, 15, 16 right now. So starting off on the long side on the bonds, see how far they can take it. Yields coming down is a good sign. Flight to safety, not sure it is at this point. I think if it depends on what happens going into the week here. If this today is just a one-off and we see more liquidation coming in tomorrow and throughout the week, yeah, I'll be more concerned about it. But right now, I'm thinking long side of the market at least to get started. On the Nasdaq, also pretty good Nasdaq. Look at that thing. They're also up here reverse retesting this area of resistance, the 23,300. And I would start off range bound on this guy. So uh, you know, I would start off with a slight bias to the upside, sorry. And if they close below that area, the 190s, I'll go back range bound. But at this point, starting off, let's see if this strength going into the close has some sort of continuation. If they for some reason bump higher here into the close, I would be very optimistic. But right now, I'm just staying modestly surprised that it's been such a strong market today. So starting off on the long side, looking to buy against the 240s and the 190s for rotations back up. Below 190s, taking off the long bias, going back range bound. Look at that. It looks to me like they're trying to take it higher. So that just feels like a net buying kind of a dynamic. So I'm taking it every time. Finally, oil and gold, range bound gold. They traded higher. I would start off from a long side, if anything. So looking Looking for to start by looking for to buy weakness at 34, 23, 24 down to the 15s for rotations back up, and see how far it can take it. So it's at this point, if they start trading below that 34.15, I think we're back in that lower range. But that lower range is actually pretty much on the upside. So that is right here at that edge right there. All right, that's the attractor. So as I hold above this volume edge and the capital flow, we are in a good shape to take this higher. So that's kind of what I'm thinking on gold. Finally, oil also range bound. They backed off. Pretty good in the overnight. Retraced here in the day session, holding kind of right here in the middle. So I'm just going to start off range bound on oil. They're in that lower range. They're definitely not leaning long anymore. So I'm looking for shorts against the probably starting here at the 66.90 to 67s, 67.30, 67.60s for rotations back down. Not sure about this edge right now. Looking to buy against the 65.90, 66s, those single prints. Against the 65.50s, 6500 even, 65 evens for rotations back up. So starting off range bound, let's see if they which side they're going to go on. If they continue to the downside in overnight, that's watch out below if they take out 64, as you know. But at this point, heading lower like this, we have pretty good support here. So it could be a buying opportunity against the 65.50, 65s, down to the 64.70s right now. All right, so that's the oil. That's oil and gold. Back to the ES. And we'll see if they hold on to these gains. I'm just modestly optimistic, but wait for it. We got another at another 5 minutes at 12:50 or like 3:50, 10 minutes before they close. That's when you see the institutional buying or selling if it's going to kick in or not. So let's watch for it. Anyway, we'll wrap it there, guys, and I'll see you in the morning, bright and early. You have a good evening. I'll see you tomorrow. Later.